Christmas is a time of year that is difficult or happy for each person. With a person with chronic illness, it can become exhausting and just a little overwhelming. Join Kathleen and Sonia as we chat. So Sonia decided tea would be good today instead of coffee because, change is nice. So, have you been thinking much about, the Christmas holidays and all that kind of stuff? To me, Christmas holidays feels like there's nothing in it. A little bit of a sport as opposed to a holiday. It used to. Look at what I made. Isn't that cute? Anyhow, Sonia, so for me, with the chronic illness, Christmas is like a sport as opposed to a fun holiday. What about for you? No, tea is fine. I love green tea. Got a tiny bit of matcha in it. Not enough, but. And this is a lovely wreath that you made on your coaster tile. I think you have to seal them first, don't you? Well, anyhow, back to your question. I think you were you asked me how Christmas preparations are going. Not too bad, actually. Because of Christmas and working and everything, it takes a little bit longer than normal, but I'm almost there. What about you? You said it feels like an Olympic game or some kind of game instead of just a holiday. Of rushing around and everything. Well, for me, I love that. I love rushing around. I love getting things done. I love the busy stores and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's just my take on things. Girl, Christmas holiday season is exhausting. You know how they say it's the most wonderful time of the year. Well, with fibro, I say it's the most exhausting time of the year. I used to decorate the tree and get everything ready and everything. I had started, like when my kids were younger, I wouldn't do it until really late in the year, but I had started a few years ago to get my house decorated a couple weeks early. I'm not big on doing it like super early, but I had a couple weeks early, and still it's what day is it today? 12th of December 20, and I still don't even have any decorations. Most is my TV, my Christmas mug, my holiday tiles or coasters that I've painted. But apart from that, I'm gonna have to wait until if I can get help to find the Christmas decorations and pull out the tree. The tree's been too heavy for me the last couple years, so hopefully I'll be able to get some help. But apart from that, I just have to learn to be dependent, and even though I don't like it, it's part of what I have to do. Well, Kathleen, what about hosting Christmas? Do you host Christmas anymore, and buying presents? That's got to be hard for you. What do you do now? Like, I still host my Christmas because I don't have any chronic illness, but I'm sure you probably do have struggles with that, or tell me about it. Just let me have a sip of my tea. I'm also getting a little warm, so I'm going to take off my poncho. I just got it. What do you think? Hey, Sonia, that's really nice. I love that. You'll have to let me know where you get it so I can look into it as well. But anyhow, you asked me about hosting Christmas. Now, hosting Christmas for me, I loved doing it. I enjoyed it. I loved having, and so did my husband. We loved having everybody over at our house, and now we had to move into a smaller home so that cleaning and whatnot was easier for me. And to be honest, Sonia, hosting for me is very hard. So I had to let it go 2 or 3 years ago. My oldest son has been hosting it at his house along with his partner for those times. And it's been good. It's really been good. It was hard in the beginning to let it go, but because we were talking about taking turns doing Christmas at each other's house, I found it a little bit easier that way. But I did find it hard that I couldn't go back and take my turn. Like this year would have been my turn, but I just couldn't do it. I can't do it. And it's okay. I'm okay with it. It's not bad. It's actually quite enjoyable. I get to sit back and enjoy, and I help where I can. But every season's different, every day is different, every moment is different with fibromyalgia. So my kids get it. They understand. My husband gets it. He understands. So it's okay. And yeah, it's all good. I've let the crown go. And people think it's like such a huge crown, but for me, it's a relief actually. Even though I enjoyed it, because of my fibromyalgia, I just, it's okay. Take the crown, it's yours. You can share it back and forth between your sister, and once your little brother gets his own place, the same thing, it's all good. Oh, thank you. I think you'd love these because they're so comfortable. The material is so light, the design is elegant. And with your fibromyalgia, I think it would be perfect, right? So I'll give you the link later on. But anyhow, we were talking about the crown, right? I mean, hey, take the crown. It's freedom, right? Freedom! Yeah, that's good. I still am able to do it, and it probably won't be too long, because we're close to the same age. I'll probably give it up soon as well, but for now, I'm going to try it again. At least one more year, maybe a few more years. We'll see what happens. So what about when it comes to washing your hair, getting dressed, showering, wrapping gifts, and all that kind of stuff? I mean, it's still part of your life, right? It's still part of the getting ready, the hustle, the bustle. Exactly. Like, that's what I have to calculate. How many spoons do I have, or how much energy do I want to spend on having a shower, washing my hair, and wrapping gifts? Like, that's one thing I have to calculate. It's a good thing my husband is willing to help when it comes to wrapping gifts. My husband has been working a lot of extra time, so this year, if I have to choose between showering or wrapping gifts, I think I might just give them in, a grocery bag. They have those pretty ones you can buy. That'll work. That's modern. That's minimalistic and chic. Isn't that so cool? Yes, it's not for lack of energy. It's just for being a minimalist and so modern. Well, it's a good thing that there is shopping online now, because getting out there in that crowd and walking all over the place, it takes so long. I used to enjoy it. I didn't mind the crowds kind of, but now it's the walking and all the overstimulation of everybody being there. It's exhausting. So shopping online for me it is, and I'm okay with that, and so are my family. Shopping online makes sense. We all need our sanity, chronic illness or not. People don't talk about how overwhelming Christmas can be. I mean, it's overwhelming for everybody, a lot of people, but with a chronic illness or being sick with anything, it just makes everything so much harder. The cooking, the rushing around, the shopping, and everything that goes along with it. It's like having Windows 95 open with 27 tabs. Yeah, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. The one good thing though, like, I wouldn't say I would feel guilty for not having things perfect, because that's one thing that my family and I have always tried to do, is keep things as chill as possible. because there's enough stress in the world. We don't need to add to it by making our holidays stressful. They need to be enjoyable. So that's one thing I don't have to do, is I never had to do, is worry that everything had to be perfect. But allowing the kids to take over sooner than I had originally expected, it hasn't been so bad. It's actually been quite nice. And lately, I've been just trying to not flare. Like, that is still a thing, whether I'm the one hosting or not. So my thing is pacing myself and trying my best not to flare. And if I flare, well, I'll just take it with a grain of salt and do what I need to do to get out of the flare. Sonia, when do you do Christmas? When I was little, I thought that everybody did it on the night of the 24th, on Christmas Eve, because, we have a big family and we're Norwegian, so that's when we did it. And then when I got married to my Mexican husband, well, they also celebrate the 24th going into the 25th as opposed to the 25th. So when do you celebrate? I always find it interesting to know where other people celebrate, and where do you celebrate? In the comments below. That's a lot to think about, Kathleen. And for me, we celebrate Christmas on the 25th in the morning, when the kids get up early and open their presents, and then we just enjoy our time together and make supper together, and it's all a good time. The one thing I just want to say to everybody out there, whoever is watching, joining in on our conversation, whether you have a chronic illness or not, or you just feel like it's time to let the crown go, as Dawn said, and I can't remember her channel name, I'll write it here. Letting the crown go. It's not always easy, and but it's nice to allow the kids to have their own traditions and start those kind of things in their homes as well. It's something that can be enjoyed by many, and should be when it's time. And those are good things, not bad things. It's not a failure. It's part of life, and it's accepting that is how things are going to be.
Change isn't easy, but it is something necessary for us all to do at different times and different points in our lives. Allowing it to happen is the best thing you can do. Merry Christmas.